Welcome to this HDC video, which is designed to be used right at the start of the apple and pear season with your supervisors, to help you focus on key issues and provide reminders which will hopefully enable you to be all the better prepared for the coming harvest. But it's not a complete training package. A separate video accompanying this one is designed to be shown to your pickers right at the start of their time with you as part of the training which you give to them. English apples and pears look great and have superb taste because they're grown well, picked carefully and looked after from orchard to fruit bowl. They're quality products, and quality means getting it right at every stage. You have a key part to play in getting the harvest right. Whether in the orchard, moving fruit or checking in fruit, your job is absolutely crucial. Success needs the whole team to care about the fruit and work together to make the harvest a success. Great care must be taken at every stage. Quality is everyone's responsibility. Supermarkets and other retailers only sell top quality fruit. They demand the best, and if we can't supply it, they'll go elsewhere. Your job is a vital link in the chain from our orchards to consumers. Here's what this video will cover: the supervisor's role and defining your role, the tractor driver's role during the harvest, the organisation of harvesting, picker induction and training your pickers, health, safety and hygiene for everyone, quality standards for the fruit, people management and communications. Supervisors will really need to know who you're responsible to, who's responsible to you, your health and safety role for those who work with you. You're responsible for your pickers' safety, picker training and how we're going to train pickers, monitoring the quality of picking and the work they do, and finally encouraging and motivating your pickers. And tractor drivers, you'll need to know who you're responsible to, who's responsible to you. What's your health and safety role on the farm? What's the farm system for moving fruit around? What roads ought you to avoid? And how do you minimise damage to fruit in your care? Where's the store location? And what daily maintenance do you need to carry out on your equipment? Fruit picking is a busy time of year when all the regular staff are working flat out on the farm and under pressure. Good organisation before the harvest starts can relieve a good deal of this pressure. Your discussions together should cover any changes from last year, what system you'll be using for quality assurance, and how you will be managing staff. How will they be paid? What the disciplinary procedure is going to be? Who's responsible for laying off staff? Cover the farm rules and remind everyone to be firm but fair, and cover what the daily routine will be. You should also look at the plan for picking, the estimated order of ripening for different orchards and the yields you expect from them. Have a map of the farm ready, showing not only orchards and roadways but picker accommodation, toilets and first aid points. Review together the farm health and safety policy and the provision that's been made for first aid cover. Make sure everyone knows what to do in case of accidents. It's vital that full-time staff and supervisors know exactly what's expected of them. Our customers are increasingly demanding full traceability of fruit, from our orchards to their shops. The critical information to enable us to provide this must be secured to the bin before it leaves the orchard. This will include the farm name, the orchard from where the fruit comes, the variety, the date we pick it, and the picker or pickers who've picked the fruit. Various systems can be used to provide this information. A 3-part label system allows one part to be fixed to the bin, one handed to the picker for payment, and a third to the office for accounting and payment purposes. Make sure you identify bins with a unique lot reference number, which is supported by a reference document which has the essential information on it. Increasingly, handheld data loggers are being used to make the system more accurate and save time, especially when paying pickers. The supervisor enters information into the device that then prints a barcode or label which they can fix to the bins. Information is downloaded at the end of the day for the farm records and to enable pickers to be paid. A typical start to induction training for pickers might go something like this. Good morning and welcome to Home Farm. We hope that you'll enjoy your time with us and that you'll earn plenty of money while you're here. I'd like to make an agreement with you. I and my staff will treat you very fairly and be friendly and helpful. We'll give you the support and training that you need to pick fruit properly. But in return, we ask that you will treat us as we treat you, that you'll do every job to the best of your ability, and that you obey the farm rules. We will always be polite, but we will be firm, especially when work isn't being done properly or when the rules are broken. The main job that you'll be doing is picking apples and pears, and you'll be paid for each bin of fruit that you pick. On the first day, though, you'll be paid for the hours that you work. This is so that you can learn the standards we expect and to begin to build up your picking speed. It will take you a few days to build up that speed, so be patient, but try to set yourself a target of a little more each day so that you can slowly but gradually build up your speed and your stamina. Always remember to bring food and plenty of water to drink with you into the orchard. I'll now show you a video that will help you to become a better apple and pear picker. This checklist covers the type of things that pickers will need to know. Essentially, it should be part of your farm rules, plus a number of practical points. Work up your own checklist which applies to your own farm situation. Then when you use it, check that pickers understand it properly. In practice, this will mean using translations and translators. It's an awful lot easier to enforce rules once everyone knows what they are. There's a companion video to this one that can be used in your training of pickers. Always stress safety. With so many people round the farm at harvest time, accidents can very easily happen. You must ensure that pickers know exactly how to correctly wear the picking bucket. Not worn properly, it can cause injury and will certainly limit the effectiveness of their picking. Also, make sure pickers check their buckets are free from dirt and other rubbish regularly each day. It's easy for these things to cause damage to fruit. It's also a good idea to number buckets and assign one number to one picker. It saves time with unnecessary daily adjustments and allows faulty buckets to be identified easily. Make sure pickers know what to pick. What's the standard for fruit size, colour, etc. in each orchard? And point out to pickers those defects which should not be picked. Show pickers how to approach a tree and move round it without wasting time or energy. Show them how to remove fruit from the tree and how to pick freehand. Point out to them where the bruising occurs, in the hand, in the picking bucket, and in the bin. Fruit should be treated like eggs. When you move into a new orchard or start a new variety, point out the key features about that to the pickers. For example, how easy it is to bruise Bramley, that large fruit rolls more easily, that pears are heavy, and on pears the stalk can cause puncture marks. You should remind pickers that fruit is checked for quality, both by yourself in the orchard and as it arrives at the stores, and any defects can be traced back to the supervisor and to the picker. It's a good idea to take some fruit from each picker's first morning pick, put it aside for 2 hours, look at it and show any problems to the picker that are causing damage. Point out the problems as soon as they become apparent. It's often good practice to allow pickers the first day on day rates so that they can build up confidence and speed before they start on piecework. But this should be explained to them clearly at the start. So to sum up your picker training, make sure you show them the correct picking technique, how to handle fruit correctly, something of the characteristics of different fruit varieties, the importance of quality, maintaining discipline, and working safely. Each day you'll need to make sure that the pickers know exactly where to start picking and which variety to pick. Also make sure that they keep to walking the shortest distance to empty their buckets and keep to the rows allocated to them, and that they fill bins correctly. And you'll have to label bins and record things correctly, and also check each day what you need tomorrow. Quickly brief pickers at the start of each day, and make your own checklist for the start and end of each day. This should include things like the order of picking for the day, the targets you've got to meet, what your bin needs will be, any other equipment that you might need. You should also bear in mind that you need regularly to check the quality assurance reports and get feedback. And don't forget to pick a sample of fruit for yourself. For tractor drivers, you should make sure that you don't move fruit more than is absolutely necessary. Every move has the potential to create damage through bruising. Drive safely at all times. Speed kills even on a farm. It also damages fruit. You will not hear pickers, but pickers will hear you, so keep your eyes open. Remove full bins from the orchard promptly and work systematically. Don't waste time with unnecessary movements. Don't move any bins until at least the base is covered. Bins of fruit can quickly heat up if left out too long. Put them into the shade as soon as possible. Keep the gang supplied with bins in the right places. Position bins correctly for pickers. Take slopes into account. Remember, it's easier to walk down the slope with a full bucket. Talk to the supervisor frequently about where problems might occur and the needs of today and tomorrow. Always be thinking ahead. Use the mornings to make sure you're prepared for the rush later on in the day. Don't walk unnecessarily. Stay with your tractor as much as you can. In managing people, once standards have been set and techniques taught to pickers, the supervisor's major role is to monitor what's happening. This requires constant vigilance. You must decide how closely you need to monitor each picker. Too much will annoy the good pickers. Too little will compromise standards. You may choose to help a picker who's still learning or has a particular problem, but this shouldn't carry on for too long. Ultimately, the picker must sort out the problem themselves. If you continue to sort it out for them, you give them the message, "This is okay, because I'll sort it for you." When a picker continues to repeat the same fault, you must take further action. Repeating the same action will have the same result. You need to do something. Stop them picking. Call the boss. Send them from the orchard, whatever is the agreed procedure. When supervision is good, problems can usually be sorted out with pickers in the orchard. Quality control after this stage should reinforce but never replace field supervision. To summarise people management, you need to ensure that standards are kept to, that you appropriately monitor pickers and what they're doing, that you support new pickers when you need to, and that you discipline those pickers who produce poor quality. Remember, quality control should aid supervision but never replace it. Good communications are absolutely essential during the harvest. Firstly, with your pickers, always check that they understand you. Just shouting never works. Use the value of pictures and diagrams to show them what you want. Have things written down and translated where you can. And with other supervisors, share information and experience. Most importantly, communicate with everyone. Now you're ready for the start of a hectic and hopefully a rewarding season. When you get it right, everyone's happy. So good luck and have a successful and a fruitful harvest. Now you can show the picker video and discuss how you will use it with your pickers